Before we get started, I like to do just an introduction, who you are, and what's your favorite food, right? So like this, yeah, Jenny knows, I always do that, right? If we see someone that just says, yeah, I don't like to eat, I'm like, okay, that we have a psychopath in the room.
It's all right.
So like this, we know who to accuse if someone gets murdered today, right? Premièrement, bonjour, parce qu'on est au Québec. Faut faire le notre petit 101 pour la loi 101. Fait que bonjour gang, merci d'être venu. Thank you so much for coming today. Maria, we see everything and me in the shot as well. Amazing. Social media marketing for massage therapists, all right? So I finished all the slides of this at yesterday 2 a.m. and stuff because I was like, I still got time to finish all the slides. I still got time. And then I was like, no, I don't have time. I need to do it today. I've been teaching this for a while now. I took a screenshot of my follower counts this morning. It was at 6,800. And by the end of this day, I think we'll be at 7,500. Something like that. It's no cap. This whole thing is recorded because basically, I totally understand everyone that has second thought about social media, right? Because I used to be like this too, I used to be social media is just good for ego stroking, just for the likes, it's super superficial, it's super toxic. And to all of those people thinking like that, I will say, you're right. It depends on what is your relationship with social media, right? Because if you're using this as like most people do as a consumer, rather than using it as a tool, you let it control you, right? So the best way I like to compare it, social media is kind of in a certain way like carbs, right? If you know a little bit about exercise science and stuff, we're massage therapists, we can make that comparison with biology. Carbs is fucking amazing, right? Carbs taste delicious, gives you energy for your brain, gives you energy to do high intensity physical effort, but you have to control your carbs consumption or you become fat. Me, I'm Asian, fucking love rice, But if I let rice control my life, and I just eat too much rice, then I become fat, I have heart issues, I have cholesterol. I spend between 2 to 3 hours a day on social media, but I am never doom scrolling. I literally do not have time for this. Once it's properly leveraged, on an average day, between 100 to 200 messages interested in my services. So I literally do not have time to scroll. I'm literally just in my DMs answering message and doing meetings, right? Because a lot of people, I think, forget a very important word in the social media is social. Your primary goal with social media should be to connect with others. And then the rest will come. That's the whole strategy of what I do, what most big brands do, most multi-million dollars company does, is they're not really trying to advertise their services, they're trying to connect with their audience, right? For example, Red Bull, it's always a little bit more difficult to connect because it's not a person, it's a big multinational corporation that doesn't really give a damn about their audience, they're just in it for the profit, but they're very, their social media team is amazing because they create so much authentic connection with their audience that something, I'm gonna talk about that later. So that was a little bit more the introduction of social media. Next part. Why social media is no longer optional. So today's client, I don't know your age, Jessica, but during the era of my parents, in the early 2000s when social media didn't exist and the internet just got started, how people would find out about your business was the yellow pages, right? Or putting flyers, actually meeting people, which is still great. These strategies, they still work nowadays, but it's just not as efficient because you can't reach such a high volume of people. You could do it with paid ads, with social media, but even with organic, even your shittiest, really worst post is gonna reach at least 100 people. Versus if you were to do it in person, it would take you forever handing 100 flyers, right? And like I said, I'm not saying the old school way doesn't work, it's just not as efficient. Something I will teach you as well is it's kind of cringe. Most people are doing on social media, they think, oh yeah, I'm just gonna do some TikTok dance because it's trending and it's gonna get me a lot of views and then it's gonna convert into clients. This strategy it can work, but I would say most massage therapists, we're massage therapists. We're not TikTok dancers. That's not our point to do like little this like come get a massage 60% off. You know what I'm saying? You're business owners. You're not TikTok dancers. Even people that like are not really on social media, they will look at your digital presence, right? Before booking a session with you or working with you, right? They will either like look at your website, Google my business, but like if you want to future-proof your business, right? We're all around the same age-ish and stuff like the future generation, so your future clients, like the clients that are 18, 19, all the way to 25, they are all on social media, right? So if you're not building an online presence now, like that new generation that's gonna enter the job market, you will be invisible for them. Then you're not scaling your business, you're not future-proofing your business. So like as business owners, we always need to think about like long term, 5-10 years down the line, right? You can't be always thinking about what's in it for next year, what's in it for the next 6 months. I don't know about you guys, but most of my own clients are aged 25 to 38. That's like my biggest chunk of clients. Depending on the age of your audience, each platform has their own advantage and disadvantage, and depends on what is your niche and what you want to do. I would say if you really want to future-proof your business, Instagram is where it's at, because the average age of the Instagram user is around 25 to 35. Let's say someone in your following is 35 right now. 5 years down the line, they'll be 40. And 40 is usually like where like a lot of people has the most disposable income, and they're also gonna, like if they work as a white collar job, they're gonna have like a lot of back pain starting when they hit 40. So like if you're not there ripe for the taking with a social presence, like all those people with back pain, like you're not gonna capture them. I don't know, I just said that, but like depends on your niche. If it's lymphatic drainage, if it's like aesthetic, whatever, like it has all their own strategies and stuff. So next part. So the evolution of word of mouth to digital brand ecosystem, right? So the old model, like I was saying, like flyers, yellow pages, hoping client finds you through word of mouth, limited reach, and unpredictable income, complete depending on location and luck, right? So before, having like it's still very important, but like having a storefront that is like on a high traffic street was super important. Now, in 2019, we all remember 2019, the best year, right? I didn't really know what I was doing at that time. I was just super consistent and super active, and I scaled my practice from 0 clients a week to 15 clients a week using social media when everything was super difficult, right? So it's just to show, like, even when you don't really know what you're doing, if you're being consistent, you can do some insane thing with social media. And like I said, like if I didn't know, like if I didn't use social media for my business, I would have failed. People would come in and like, oh, am I at the right place? It's like, it is such a weird energy, right? And I totally understand it was super bootleg, but I still managed to scale to 15 clients a week consistently, and it took me about a year during COVID. Just moving back to this document, Facebook pages around 2015 and 20, like Facebook was big back then. Not saying it's not like big right now, but like Facebook, most of my leads at that time in that era came through Facebook. And now, 2020 to 2025, it's like social media is like the primary discovery tool. Video content dominates. Clients expect educational content, behind the scene accents, and authentic connection before booking, right? And that's the key word, because before in the 2010s and stuff, if you did social media stuff that like, oh, 60% off at this price, 2 for 1, we'll do a draw, like and share our page, follow our page, and we'll make a draw. That used to work very well. But now the algorithm changed, and also like people saw that it used to work during that time, and people just abused it. The audience worldwide got tired of this very aggressive marketing style, right? So right now, if you guys are doing stuff like 60 minutes, doing a post that says 60-minute session, 90-minute session for this price, book now, that doesn't work anymore. This is just to showcase. I'm not saying that it's bad. This type of content works very well on your website or Facebook page, but this type of content on like TikTok, Instagram, all that kind of stuff, it doesn't work. Even like Facebook posts, the reach is not that good, honestly. If you guys know a little bit about me, I'm always thinking about the future. And always like 2 or 3 steps ahead of the game is multi-platform brand ecosystem. Therapists diversify income through online course, corporate contract, sponsorship, location independence, and premium positioning through digital authority. What I mean by that is in 2026, I'll take Setsuko as an example, right? If you only rely on one platform, you're behind the game, right? Because each platform has their strengths and weaknesses, and depending on what are things that are powerful. So let's say for a massage crew like Setsuko, we can have online courses. Like I said, in the early 2020s, online courses were super trending because of COVID. Everyone was stuck at home, so they did a bunch of online courses. There was a huge amount of low quality online courses. So the market is overly saturated with bad quality content and bad quality courses. Moving forward, there's a huge economic potential for digital products that is done properly, right? And we're gonna go over lightly through this because it's not the purpose of this workshop, but just to show what is the potential. I'm just gonna give you guys like a little insight about my online business. I generate passively about 2K a month. So that's like the level of passive income, return on investment that you can't, even if you're an expert stock market traders, it's gonna be very hard to match this, right? The return on investment on this is just insane. Down the line, you could be looking on a yearly income of 7 figures for your business when you're properly scaling your online digital products and stuff. But like I said, all of this sounds exciting. It is, but it's also not a get rich magic pill. It is a lot of work, right? But I always say that to everyone that I'm coaching, would you rather be in a comfortable prison or would you rather be uncomfortable but free? Your call. You decide what you want. And at the end of the day, we're all grown adults and stuff. I can't force you to do anything, but I would rather be uncomfortable but free than comfortable in a not even in a rusty prison, right? Like I said, I'm not saying it's easy. It is a lot of work, but the economic potential is just insane. You actually have no idea. Because from after the end of this workshop today, you're gonna have a little bit of the piece of the pie. I know all of this, right? And there's still so much more with the advent of AI and stuff. When properly utilized, AI can leverage your business by 10x, 20x. I get to do the work of 10 people because I use just 3 AI tools, right? All right, so why your practice needs social media, the complete picture: consistent client flow, premium positioning, authority building, and online income stream. So that's kind of what I went through before. Consistent client flow. Me, right now, my next available appointment for sports massage is in April 2026. I'm one of the most active on social media in Quebec right now. And I think there's probably not a lot of massage therapists in Quebec who are booked until April. How the fire truck, you can get clients to book a massage freaking 4 months in advance, right? When most people want a massage yesterday, right? They want a massage now. And me, I am able to achieve 4 months of booking. Don't you think it's actually insane? Clients booking 4 months in advance a massage with me, right? And I'm not capping. You can go into my social and look at my next available appointment, right? So that's the power of social media, right? You can literally create hype, which is the 2 things, more like a corporate word: premium positioning and authority building. In more layman's terms, you can create hype, right? Around you, around your business. So when there's hype, people are willing to do anything to meet you, to work with you, right? So the best example for this is why the fire truck, I'm trying not to swear at stuff, but why the truck, people would buy a Gucci bag, 3,000 freaking versus an Adidas bag, what is $40. And let's say it's the same size of bag, it's a handbag, and why do you think people want to buy that Gucci bag, right? It's because of the hype, it's because of their branding, right? Because function-wise, it fulfills the same function, but it attracts a very different type of crowd, it can command a different amount of respect and authority. Because of their power of branding, and the power hype. Because let's be honest, I'm clearly not the target clientele. Like me, I'm a function over form guy. I will buy the Adidas bag 100% of the time. There's no way I'm paying like 3K for a freaking Gucci bag, right? Especially I'm super like clumsy, so I'm gonna lose that Gucci bag within like a week. So it's a very bad investment for me. But why they're able to command this and even have a wait list for their new product launch is because they're very good at branding and social media and the whole marketing ecosystem. So the goal of this workshop is like teaching you like the way how you can build your brand through social media, not become like the McDonald's massage therapist. You're like a 5-star Michelin chef rocking on the road. I don't know where I was going with that. Lastly, online income stream. So that's later down the line, but I wanted to talk about this. Most massage therapists, they don't even think that it's possible to make money online. Even me, I'm like, I didn't even realize like what was the potential once I got like in to learn more like other stuff that's available online. You could be making money while you sleep. You can be also making money location independent. So you could be making money while you're in the beach in Jamaica, or I could be making money while I'm gonna be in Thailand, or chilling with Jenny and stuff. So that's like all the possibilities that you can do. I don't know if you guys follow that influencer, Ms. Lean Beef Patty. She has like 2 million followers on Instagram, and she sells t-shirts that she hand drew herself. It's literally a bad painting of a cow, because that's her whole brand, right? But because she has a personal brand and because she has 2.1 million followers, she could just convert 1% of her audience. I'm not very good at math, so but like 1% of 1 million is a lot of people. And let's say she sells like her t-shirt $20 a piece, 1% of her audience buying a $20 t-shirt. It is an insane amount of money. Any questions so far?